So, furloughed workers urged to become fruit pickers by the government. So, furloughed workers may be encouraged to work as fruit and vegetable pickers to help farmers fill labour shortages, the Environment Secretary has said. George Eustace has told the Daily Number 10 coronavirus briefing that only a third of the usual workforce was available. That might be part because of Corona, also part because people just aren't turning up. Much of the work would normally be done by seasonal migrant labourers, which is something we'll touch on in a minute. According to the British Growers Association, the BGA, that's a cool thing. 70,000 seasonal staff a year are needed, so 70,000 people coming in to the country to help pick fruit and vegetables. However, farmers say the pandemic has restricted the availability of foreign workers and have complained they cannot recruit enough domestic labour. So all of that talk about we don't need immigrants to come here and do jobs and stuff, we'll do it on our own, it's all nonsense. Food, and this is important because it's food that's growing within the UK, food we don't need to get from other countries. So industry talks, he said, I think this must be the Secretary Eustace, said the international food chains continue to work well, but added the government was acutely aware that the British season for soft fruits and salads was about to begin. Mr. Eustace estimated only about a third of the migrant labourers who normally work in the UK are in the country. So you're 70,000. Let's see if we can figure that out. So if it's about 70,000 and then you divide that by 3, so about 23,000 workers are in the country, and I'm going to show how bad my maths are now. They're missing about 46,666 migrant seasonal workers that normally come in and do this work. So Shadow Environment Secretary Luke Pollard said the government needed to explain what support it could offer. Very minimal, most likely. Furloughed staff have the right to seek work elsewhere during the shutdown as long as they have permission from their main employer and are able to complete any training required while stood down. So if you're furloughed, they're asking you to become a fruit picker, which is difficult. And so if we look here, only 112 of the 50,000 UK applicants for fruit pickers take jobs amid farmers' fears over skills and applications. So basically what's happened is, out of the 50,000 people that applied, only 112 people have turned up to farms to work, and these are British people. From the 50,000 applicants expressing interest to the Alliance of Ethical Labour Providers, one of the main contract suppliers of farms, just 6,000 opted in to complete the video interview for the role. So that's people who have said they're up for doing this. So they were going to do a video interview. 6,000 people only turned up. About 900 of them explicitly rejected the roles, probably the ones they were offered, with just 112 taking up the offer. And so this was written only a few days ago, but what we know is that Romanian fruit pickers were flown into the UK amid crisis in the farming sector. So they had to fly in foreign farm seasonal workers to come in and start picking fruits and vegetables because British people just won't do it. And so the kicker really is post-Brexit is when immigration, no visas for low-skilled workers, government says. And so this could change potentially if the farmers are like, we really need you. But at the same time, agriculture as a part of the GDP isn't massively high. And I think the government will make the calculation that if we lower tariffs, we can just import loads of fruits and vegetables. So farms will be blown into the wind essentially. And so what we can tell from this is the government really don't care much for farmers, and that British people won't do this sort of work. So I don't know what that will mean for the local farmer. I don't think there are many local farmers where I live, because it's kind of a suburban area where I live, but you can occasionally smell horse doo-doo on bad windy days. But let me know what you guys think in the comments. Post-Brexit, if we're having problems now with people not wanting to come here because of the xenophobia and the fact that they'll need a visa, imagine how bad things are going to be next year. Not even next year, it'll be, we're in May now, so it'll be about 8-9 months, essentially. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Like, comment, subscribe, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one.